I want to ask you a few questions, and I want you to sit with them honestly. Have you ever worked incredibly hard towards a goal and wondered why it still did not feel like enough when you got there? Have you ever looked at your career on paper and thought it looks exactly right, but something underneath doesn't quite add up? Have you ever felt a pull towards something different, but talked yourself out of it because the path you are on already makes too much sense to walk away from? If any of that landed, you're in the right place. What you are describing is not a lack of ambition, it is not ingratitude, it is not burnout in the traditional sense. It is the experience of living inside inherited ambition. And today, we're going to talk about what that means, what chosen ambition looks like instead, and why the difference between the two changes everything. Inherited ambition is not something that was forced onto you. It is something that was shaped for you quietly over time by the people and systems around you. It is the version of success your parents modeled or encouraged, the career path your industry rewarded, the metrics your first manager told you to hit, the title that everyone around you recognized as progress. None of that is malicious. Most of it came from people who genuinely wanted good for you, but it was built around their definition of success, not yours. And because you are good at executing, you executed. You hit the goals. You climbed the ladder. You delivered on the blueprint. The problem is not the effort. The problem is that the blueprint was never yours to begin with. I want to show you something. On the left, you have inherited ambition. These are the goals that were shaped for you, the ones driven by recognition, titles, by what everyone around you decided success looked like. On the right, you have chosen ambition. Same goals, sometimes, same industry, same title, even. But the motivation is different. The relationship to the work is different. Someone operating from inherited ambition is always waiting for the reward to make it feel worth it. Someone operating from chosen ambition finds something in the work itself that keeps them coming back. The path can look identical from the outside. The experience of living inside it could not be more different. Here's what this is not about. It is not about walking away from everything you have built. It is not about deciding that your career has been a mistake. It is not about starting over. What you have been working towards might still be the right direction. The work you are doing might still be meaningful to you. But there is a difference between doing something because you were told to and doing something because you actively choose it. And that is a difference where your power lives. When you choose your path, even if it looks identical to the one that was handed to you, something shifts. The resentment fades. The emptiness has less room. The work starts to feel like yours because it is. The goal of this work is not to change your career, it is to change your relationship to it. And that starts with one thing: actively choosing. I want you now to take out a piece of paper or open a blank document. Draw a line down the middle. On the left side, write what I inherited. On the right side, write what I choose. On the left, write down the goals, expectations, definitions of success that were handed to you from parents, from your industry, from managers, from culture. On the right, write down what you would actively choose if you were starting from scratch today. Not what makes sense, not what looks good, what you would genuinely choose. Now, look at both sides. Some things might appear on both sides, and that is okay. That means you have examined them and chosen them. They are yours now. Some things might only appear on the left. Those are worth paying attention to. The work of moving from inherited to chosen ambition is not dramatic. It is incremental. It is the practice of examining what you are working towards and deciding, consciously and deliberately, whether you would still choose it. That is the practice that changes everything. If you have been doing this work with us this month, you've already started. You have been asking harder questions, noticing what energizes you and what drains you, listening for your own voice underneath all the noise. That is the work, and it is ongoing. If you want to go deeper, we have a guided session called Purpose Beyond the Performance that was designed for exactly this. It is a hypno breathwork session that helps you reconnect with yourself outside of the performance metrics and start to hear what you actually want more clearly. Use the code on the screen or the link in the description below to access it. Thank you for being here. We'll see you in the next one.